Hi, Phil.
Good day, little Blue. Sandy's already upstairs. I have to say, she's acting a bit odd. Chicks, eh? In 2010, British illustrator and animator Julian Hanshaw published his highly anticipated graphic novel debut, The Art of Pho, a deliciously surreal story about a lovable creature named Little Blue and his relationship to Ho Chi Minh City, where he learns to master the art of making pho, Vietnam's national noodle dish.
Ready!
This is Lumbeek here in Amsterdam, and it has to be one of the best comic shops I've ever been into. Wall-to-wall comics, little things, this Tony Millionaire's, things you only see on, well, you don't see these things from where I'm from. And it's a treasure trove of comics. Well, the thing about coming to somewhere like this is that if I'm working on a new piece, which I am at the moment, I try not to read new publications because I find it will influence me. So coming into a place like this and seeing a lot of new stuff on shelves is very tempting to pick up, but I shan't because I might steal it.
Under the creative supervision of Hanshaw, Submarine Channel adapted The Art of Pho into an interactive motion comic for the web, spearheaded by director Lois from Baarle and her team of young animators and interaction designers.
Today, Julian Hanshaw is coming to visit, and we're 90% done with the animation and about to get started on the full production process of the interaction and the music. So we're showing what we have so far and gathering his thoughts and opinions. It's exciting because we're very curious to see whether Julian feels like the essence of his original comic is still included in the animations we've made.
What have you done? Pho stand is ruined!
So, is it the girl from the stand, Little Blue?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why.
I bet. Is she nice?
The first time I'd gone out to Vietnam, the idea struck me. I was looking for something. I don't know what that was at that moment in time. I arrived, got off the plane, and the story began to present itself to me. As I was out there, I was making rudimentary little sketches, drew the character for the first time, and then it was just knocking around for a while. I stayed in a backpackers hostel on Con Quen Street, which was obviously great because I was there for a month and a bit, and the people that were coming in and out were giving me ideas for the stories and stuff. And the building that Little Blue stays in is the building that I was staying in, because Little Blue is me, so.
Here.
Thanks. I'll keep it with my other picture.
Sure.
He's excitable, but prone to melancholy. He's in awe of everything he sees. He wants to experience it, taste it.
This is a page from the first chapter, and What I basically did was I thought about, on one hand you have a comic page with different panels, but in animation you have scenes and shots. And so I looked at what is the order of events, especially in Julian Hanshaw's comics. The panels are quite oddly distributed across the page, so you have to look at what comes first and what is the sequence of events. And what I did was I chose different colors for the different levels. So green was what I used to denote a certain scene. Red was what I used to denote shots. And blue was what I used to denote what I called kaders, which is just little boxes inside the shots. So I decided that this was a full scene, and this was shot 1, and this was shot 2, because this comes first, and this comes second. And then I have to look at how can I divide the shot up.
This is one of the first, I suppose, underground comics that I got into after reading war comics and things like that. Suddenly, this crazy stuff from San Francisco landed in my lap, and in many respects kind of changed the way I thought about comics, really.
What way you mean?
Well, what's possible and how far you can push the boundaries, both in speech and content. Swearing, nudity, drug taking, it's all there.
Woohoo! Hold on tight!
Some of the pages that I really like are the full page illustrations that, as opposed to having the sort of traditional division of panels like in many comics, they are just these full page drawings that still have elements of the plot and the story, but that are basically showing more of the environment, showing little details from Little Blue's world and little notes and thoughts that you can take a bit longer to look at and sort of soak up the environment that Julian Hanshaw has created. And I really like the sort of personal feel of the journey that the character is going through. What's different about the Art of Pho motion comic is that we're using a lot more of a traditional feel for our motion comic. Because the book has a very organic feel, it looks like a scrapbook. It has tape and different paper forms, sketches combined with digital work. We also try to get that multimedia traditional feel going for ours. So we've mixed keyframe animation and After Effects with traditional frame-by-frame animation, and really tried to keep the drawing feel in there rather than the sort of slick slideshow look that a lot of motion comics have.
Come, sit down.
There's something about sitting on a plastic stool on a pavement with mopeds buzzing past your ear. Then you're presented with a bowl and the bean sprouts and the lime leaves and the chilies. And you look around, you're not really sure what to do. You follow the chap on the other table and it just brings out little beads of sweat on your forehead. It's absolutely beautiful.
My friend, that was a fine bowl of phobo. I think you'll be just fine.